Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga Therapy Thursday on Friday. My name is Jillian and I am the owner and instructor at Transcend Yoga in Pottsville and soon to be online as well. So the question I get asked often is, what is yoga therapy? Like what does that mean? And it's a really good question. Let me tell you what it's not. So yoga therapy is not psychotherapy. I am not a licensed counselor. Yoga therapy is not physical therapy because I'm not a licensed physical therapist. I am a certified yoga therapist. What that means is we take the principles of yoga, and there is this whole array, philosophy, everything of yoga. It's not just going to a class and doing yoga poses or yoga practice. There's a whole bunch to it. So we take whole bunch of philosophy of yoga and apply it in a one-on-one session. So the main idea, the main goal is to bring about a healthy and balanced state within somebody to help them reach their goals and just live a healthier, happier life in general. So how do we achieve this? A basic session has three components, give or take. Again, it's very personalized, but this is generally what it looks like. We'll talk a little bit in the beginning, and you might tell me about some stressors going on in your life. You might even tell me about wonderful things going on in your life, but we establish a main goal. Why are you coming to yoga therapy sessions? And I'll give you some examples of why people come to me in a moment. After that, we'll have a discussion about what yoga philosophy or some yoga education, what yoga says about how to deal with whatever your problem is. After that, we might do a mini meditation. We might do some breathing, and then we'll do a yoga practice that is suited specifically to you and what you're bringing to me that day. So what are some examples of what type of clients have I had? So number one, I specialize in ADHD, specifically women with ADHD, but I also work with children and I work with men as well. So that's my specialty, but I do work with a whole broad spectrum of people. I have worked with people who are just dealing with stressful situations at work, and they want to know, how do I not let this drama affect me? How do I go do my job, do it well, do it to the best of my ability, and let go of things that I cannot control, that is not me or has nothing to do with me? How do I let this go? I deal with caretakers or mothers or fathers who just want to know what is the best way to move through life when I'm so busy, when I'm so stressed and so scattered. I have had patients who have anxiety and depression. I often will ask them to also see a licensed counselor as well as me, because a licensed counselor, again, is equipped to deal with that. I can bring in the yoga education to that, but there's some things that I just cannot do. And that's always their choice if they decide to also see a licensed counselor. Some do and some do not. I also deal with physical issues as well. So for example, I have a client who has an anterior tilt to the pelvis. What that means is this person sticks their butt out and then their low back is often sore because they're always compressing the low back. So I might deal with physical issues with just injuries or just the way we naturally stand. And then we'll look at that, and there's a whole thing to that. Why do you stand that way? Like, where did you pick up this habit? And then what can we do? So I do work with muscle imbalances as well. So it is this whole dynamic. And what usually happens is somebody will present a stressor that they're having in their life. We'll talk about it, we'll talk about yoga education, and then we'll do a practice. And as we do a practice, it's happened several times where they're like, I know what to do. I know what to do now. It makes sense to me now. And it's just that movement, that practice, where suddenly it was when they spoke it to me, and then we did the practice, it kind of released out of their body. It is the coolest thing when it happens. I love it. It's always my favorite thing when I see it. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions about what yoga therapy is, please just send me an email, text, message on Facebook. There's lots of ways to get a hold of me. And yeah, we can talk about if yoga therapy is a good fit for you. All right. Have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Friday, and I will see you later. Goodbye.